Hello, my makeup loving friends. How's it going? Welcome back. It has been a week, and my lordy, what a week it has been in the world in general. But we're not talking about that. We are talking about makeup. This is the safe space. With me, I have the amazing, beautiful, wonderful Tia. She has returned. You know the drill. All her details are down below, and you can go and click on that. But you guys have been tagging me like crazy. So a big thank you to Brianna, Ali, Beth, Gillian, Trendstopia, Makeup Release Radar, Miss Charlie, Tony Home Perm, Wilma Fingerdo, Miss Elisa G, Gina, Manuela O, Sintrica, Flick, JW, Nicola, Claire, Makeup Magpie, Rhea, Smink Berioenda, Cecily, Charlene, Tina, Kirsten, Jasmine, Missy, Kelly, Sue, Ilya, Alexis, Yasmin, Cheryl, Jade S, Manuela T, Sylvia, Tia, Laura, and Chrissy. Massive thank you to all of you, and a big thank you to my patrons. Woo! This is the last week that we are doing Pride, and I am tired and Tia is warm, and if you hear any noise in the background, it's because Tia needs aircon, because otherwise she will melt.
Otherwise I will die.
Yeah, so I don't want to hear any whinging, you know. This is just the way this is.
Let me live.
Yeah, exactly. Stop being dickheads. Anyways, for the whole month of June, you guys were submitting your Pride looks, and I said I was going to donate to Belong To. So as I'm filming, I haven't gotten everything through, but I will put down on screen how much I am putting forward to Belong To. Hooray. And Wilma said she's going to match. So big thank you to everyone for participating, and I'm going to show you the Pride looks now. You know the drill. We have an approximate fuck ton of makeup to talk about. And the first thing, rather confusingly, is Physicians Formula doing the collaboration that I did not expect. I don't think anyone expected. And it is the Breakfast Club, and it is 6 shades of caucasity, because even the powders aren't going to show up on me and Tia. Like,
what is this?
That is the question.
Who asked for this? Like, who asked for this? Isn't the Breakfast Club, like, is it a thing even anymore?
But that's the thing, like, it hasn't gotten like any sort of resurgence. It's a good film, don't get me wrong, 1980s.
This looks like a dollar store makeup.
Really
I'm sorry, but it does, like the package and everything. I don't understand. I like one of the nude lipstick shades, but that's about it.
Yeah, and like the lipsticks are $8.99, which I kind of think is more expensive than that should be for Physicians Formula.
But it's gonna be like at least 16 euros if it ever comes to Finland. We have some Physicians Formula here, but not everything.
Yeah.
And it's so expensive. It's like I feel like it's the most expensive brand that we have, like in drugstore makeup here.
Yeah.
It's just beyond expensive.
That's the same with Ireland as well. And what worries me is they have the Volume 1 face palette, which makes me think, oh, there's going to be more than one? Oh, no. And that's $18.49.
We do not need this. This is like landfill stuff.
It really is.
And
there's a white powder in there. Who the fuck is that going to suit?
I hate this so much. I'm already over it.
Yeah. Anyways, lads, I talked about it. There you go. 15% if you love it, and I worry about you. Rare Beauty have come out with some new lip products. It's part of the Kind Words collection. So there's matte lipsticks and liners. The matte lipsticks are $20 and they come in 10 shades. And then the matte lip liners are corresponding to them, and they're $15. I think these look very nice. I like the very dark browny purple.
I like the packaging. It's very sleek. It gives like very luxurious feel. I kind of wish they had a couple more like Mikayla. These all seem very pinky, peachy. Kind of were hoping to have like more like wool tone nudes, or like more like just brown nudes. But this is more like a pinky reddy tone. But it looks beautiful.
It does give them the option though to expand on the range later on. on.
Yeah.
So I think actually coming out with this sort of like reddy pinky tone for summer makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe coming into the winter they may do more cool toned.
One thing that I do like is that every single shade could work on every skin tone when they like swatch this.
Yeah.
Like there's not anything that wouldn't work on like deeper skin tone or light skin tone.
Yeah, it's very inclusive. I think this is done really well. I know that like obviously they're $20 and $15 like lipstick and liner. I wish they did a duo bundle that if you wanted to get the lipstick and the liner that you could get for $30. Like how nice would that be? Because it should save you like $5.
Yeah. I would like the bundle option, please.
Yes, please. Selena, you obviously watch all the time.
Yeah.
So take my advice and just bundle them. I'm really interested in trying something from Rare Beauty at some point. I've heard like really, really positive things about them.
Yeah. All the blushes look amazing. Like I want to try their stuff, but they're not very easily accessible where I live.
I like the direction that Rare Beauty is going in. You know, it's a celebrity brand, but I will also say she hasn't priced herself so far out of the market that I'm like, ooh.
I feel like it's one of the brands that has been done really well. It doesn't look cheap. It doesn't look like a cash grab. It actually looks like they're thinking about their products. They're thinking about what they're launch. They're not overly excessively launching products every month. So I feel like it's one of the celebrity brands that I actually really, even though I haven't tried, I really like the vibe that it gives.
Yeah, and I mean, she does seem to be really interested in makeup because she's on TikTok and stuff doing makeup and like showing her routine, and it is very much in line with the products that she like has. So I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with this. I like it. I'm interested. When I put it to you guys, 44% of you love it, which I think is pretty fair. What is not fair is this catastrophe that has fucking assailed my eyes. And as many of you guys said, I cannot see that Def Leppard actually decided, yes, I will collaborate and do the Def fucking Leppard and Rock and Roll Beauty came out with this a horror show, really. I mean, the only positive thing I can say is it's affordable. The most expensive thing is the 5-piece brush set, which is $25. And the cheapest thing is the nail decals, which are $9 each. But that fucking eyeshadow palette, $24. And then at the very top, there's just a space.
I hate it. I absolutely hate this with my whole heart.
Yeah.
I don't see, like, this doesn't give me any rock and roll vibe.
Oh, no.
I guess Leopard Rock and Roll Beauty. Like, why is it pink? Why is the packaging? Can someone explain me? Is there some kind of connection to it? Don't listen to Def Leppard, so I don't know. Why is there a candle?
Well, they did the candles, remember?
Yeah, I remember. They had it on the last stupid collab they did. And obviously, people bought it because now they're coming for more. But, like, why? The palette, color story-wise, it doesn't make sense to me. It's basically a neutral palette with pop of blue and pink.
Yeah, literally.
Well done. Revolutionary. Never seen this before. Cash grab vibes.
Yeah, 5,000%. Like 5,000.
Actually, one thing that I do think look interesting is that stamp liner with like a really fine. That looks nice.
Yeah, that's literally it. That's all I would be interested in.
More than one candle. They had 3 candles.
$22 each. Yeah.
And like, do people use those nail sticker things? Do people actually use this? Because I've seen those and how they like put on your nails, and it looks fiddly AF. Just paint your nails. It's easier than to use those.
And surely cheaper. Like, it'd be cheaper to buy yourself a bottle of nail than get these decals that are essentially like a one-use thing.
Yeah, and they're probably not gonna last even that long.
No, well, not someone like me who's like constantly picking at their fingers. Like, I will say, I kind of like the makeup bags. They look
I was gonna say the makeup bags look cute.
But
like they look
would I buy
cute.
them? Would I buy them at the full price?
No.
Absolutely fucking not. $20. No. But if they were like €8,
if they were in a bargain bin for €4, I would buy that.
Oh, 5,000%. Yeah. Yeah, like if they were in pennies, I think
we're clearly very much going to buy every single product of this launch because we love it.
Watch out for the review on my channel coming.
Yeah, no.
I hate this. Let's move on. 9% of you love it, which again, no. No, this next one is Pat McGrath, and she's come out with 3 different shades of the Blitz Trance lipsticks, and it's coming out in this limited edition Prism rainbow case. It is already available now, and they're $25 each. They come in the shades Skin Sane, Flesh Fatale, and Rebel Red. Now, this annoyed me because they're using the whole rainbow thing. It's June. They came out in June, and literally not a fucking penny is going to LGBTQ.
Yeah. Is it just me? But the names are like
creepy.
Like what makes you think Flesh Fatale?
It sounds like
I'm trying to be very edgy.
Do you know what it's given me? Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs. It's given me that, like his makeup collection, Skin Sane.
Yeah.
Flesh Fatale, like, okay, it rubs the lotion on itself. Like, no thanks. That's not what I really want. And I also think, God forgive me, but the packaging, thank God it's limited edition, it looks tacky as fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks so cheap.
Yeah, AliExpress.
Like it's like Wet and Wild $1 lipstick packaging. It doesn't look like a $25 lipstick packaging. No, I like the little carton that it comes more than the actual packaging.
I completely agree.
Yeah, we do not like this. Next.
The thing is, they look nice on the lips, like the shade Rebel. Yeah. It looks beautiful, right? It does.
I actually like every single shade on the models. They look stunning.
Yeah.
Just the presentation, how they marketed it, the time that they chose to do it, all that is just the names. Everything else is a bit like iffy.
Yeah. So for that reason, it's a no, Pat. Go back to the drawing board. This ain't good. And I think a lot of you guys also went in on that because I did put it in my stories that I was like, there's no contributions. And 12% of you loved it. And I know that a few people actually like DM'd me and went, oh no, I clicked yes before I realized that there was no contributions. I take it back. I take it back. I was like, that's fair. I am the biggest fucking disgusting that has ever existed in the history of the world ever. Because on most episodes of R&R, you will hear me say, I fucking hate the shape of that palette. Right, don't hate me. You're gonna hate me anyways. But I fucking love this. I wish it was a different shape of a palette, but the shades that are in it make me want to fucking weep. This is Lethal Cosmetic and their 1-Up palette. It's €42. There's 3 UV reactive neon mattes, 3 classic mattes, 3 trichrome metallics, and 3 duochrome metallics for €42. That's not bad. €42.
That's really, really affordable for Lethal.
It is.
Because their shadows are kind of expensive. I really like the quality of it. I don't like the packaging. I kind of get it, but I do wish it was like square shaped and then maybe like that game machine thingy with a picture of it there. And also, I don't like how the shadows are like this. I just would have liked it more if they were like straight across.
I agree.
But I can a little bit look beside it because the color story looks really nice.
Yeah, like I desperately wish the packaging was different. I do.
Yeah.
It's making me twitch. But
it's not the absolute worst though that we've seen.
No, remember the
Like,
one that was like a shape of a martini glass? That was terrible.
Or like shape of a Florida.
Yes,
like,
and then there was one that was like the shape of a silo, and it had like a random offshoot.
Yeah.
It was
So we've seen worse. So this is definitely not the worst.
No.
We're going to see this type of color stories a lot, like going more to the like summer and even going to autumn. Why is it so hard to find names in my head? But like I feel like this like green, blue, purpley color stories. We've seen it a lot and it's coming back. It seems to be a really popular one. And I like that a lot of brands are doing now, like adding more different finishes, like mattes, shimmers, triachrome, metallics, like different kind of textures in a palette. So you, even though it's not many shades in a palette, but you get more.
Lots of dimension.
Textures.
Yeah, I agree. I friggin' love the direction that they're going in this, and the fact that they've managed to keep the cost down, because anytime they've done like their triochrome palettes before, they've been frighteningly expensive.
I'm actually surprised that it's only €42.
In addition to that, they also have some lip glosses coming out. This is their Lumen lip gloss. So some of them are clear glosses, and then some of them have like essentially a sparkle that shifts different colors.
Ultraviolet.
They look lovely. They are €12 each. So actually,
imagine those on like a black lip, on top of a black lip, or like a dark like red or something. That, like, I feel like the most interesting ones are Limelight, Lightscape, and Ultraviolet. They're all pretty, but those three look insane.
I agree.
And I feel like you would be able to use those just as like a little bit of gloss on lips. Like you could go very dramatic, like adding a black lip and then that on top, and it could be very like dramatic, high fashion, like very on your face. But then if you just wear it as a gloss, like you can see the swatches there, you can still wear it as that too, and it's not like, too much.
Yeah, I think they have done really, really well on this. Like, this is a really well thought out collection overall. Like, I want to get the palette because I'm an idiot. Don't fucking just shut up. Don't come for me. Don't be like, Tracy, you're a hypocrite. Meh, meh, meh. I know, right?
Yeah, but I feel like because they have great quality shadows and then they have this at a really good price, it's like, how could you not?
Exactly. And I'm finishing up writing a book, lads, so I can do what I like within reason, apart from murder. I think this is well, that's what my solicitor tells me. I can't do the murder. I think this is really, really nice. When I put it to you guys, 45% of you love the palette. A lot of you contacted me and were like, the shape. And I was like, I know.
I feel like everyone was expecting us to hate this. And now that we don't, that's going to be like, you hate the crits. And we're like, we love it so much.
Look, we are just here to fuck with your heads and subvert your expectations.
But this just goes to show that if you have a good color story, like interesting shades in it, even though if your packaging looks a bit
questionable,
it can still like overrule what is inside, can overrule what does it look like, It's gonna be a bitch to store, but
look, it's a life lesson for us all. Like, you could judge the two of us right now and be like, they don't know anything about makeup because we're sitting here without a lick of paint on us. But we know things. We do. So shut up. The glosses were not as popular. 42% of you love it. Mikayla Noguera from TikTok has collaborated with Glamlite again for Part 2. I know, I had to try and do the
Part 2.
I'm sorry if I have just like totally offended anyone from Massachusetts. look, I try. But my goodness, has she ever come out with a whole chunk of stuff? And can I also say, she recently announced, I think it was yesterday, that half of her earnings, that's right, half of her earnings from this collection were going to go to organizations like Planned Parenthood to help provide human rights around abortion, etc. So like,
that's really good.
All I can say is like, fair play to her. Like, that's amazing. Nobody was expecting that. I think that's,
and like, she didn't have to do that.
No, she didn't. So I'm all for that. But let's talk about the actual collection itself. Everything was kind of drip fed to us. There's a lot in it. The big palette is $42. There's a smaller 10-pan palette for $18. There's 2 different lip sets that includes a liner, a lipstick, and a lip gloss. They're $20 each. There's this 3-pan duochrome highlighter for $20, which I think is actually not the worst in price.
It's really affordable.
It's really affordable. And then there's a brush set with 4 brushes for $18. There's a set of lashes for $12. They come in the styles Daydreamer and High Fashion. And you can get the full collection bundle for $149. And then if you wanted to get the full collection, which is limited edition, along with a free luxury velvet makeup bag, that's $175. Do you know what? It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Not bad.
Expense-wise, but
I like most of this.
Yes, I'm gonna have a moment of a bitch because this is my channel and this is what I do. Glamlite, I have messaged you on several occasions via Instagram, via email, etc., asking why you do not ship to Ireland, and I have never gotten a response. And part of me is thinking, I mean, you ship to Northern Ireland and to the UK, and part of me is like, do you not think that we're a separate country? Do
they ship to Europe? No.
They do.
So that's so weird.
Thank you. It's very strange to me, and they just ignore all of my comments and all of my like direct messages. But I'm an idiot, and I do want this, despite the fact that Miscellaneous, and I'm going to show you the picture now, put up a picture of the big 42-pan palette and compared it to like the palettes. But like, so much of me, I think, is like part of the FOMO. So I'm kind of, I did today set up an address pal because I got frightened, and I was like, what if I do want it? But then I'm like, no, Teresa, don't be an idiot. Don't be. I
have a couple of thoughts about it. I like the big palette.
Same.
I do think it's like, it does have those like one row of kind of dark shades, but the rest of it is all kind of like not too light, but not too dark. I feel like there's too many like the middle shades. So I wish it was like a little, like I feel like the 2 blues are kind of the same, the same depth there. The 2 purples, the 2 greens on the rows are kind of the same depth. So you wouldn't necessarily need them.
Yes.
I like the shimmers in them. I do wish it didn't have like 3 gold shades next to each other that look almost exactly the same. But the rest of it's beautiful palette. But I feel like she could have like maybe tweaked it a bit. But this is just like personal preference. My favorite thing out of everything of this collection is the highlighter palette.
Same.
And I want it. It has like one of those like clear base blue highlighters. Then it has like a couple that has like a green, one of them has like pink to green, and one of them's like bronze to green. They look amazing, and you have to remember like $20.
Yeah.
Kaleidos, I think their highlighters is between like 14 to 30 something.
Yeah, I think it was $35.
Yeah, so to get 3 of those type of highlighters, which are so pretty, for 20, it's not bad.
Like, I agree with you. I think that's the gem of the entire collection.
Yeah, they look so nice.
Like, normally when you look at a collection, you think the biggest or most impressive part is the eyeshadow palette. Now, this and the eyeshadow palettes, they're lovely.
Yeah,
but I agree with you. I think the most interesting part is actually the eyeshadow palette. Yeah,
I don't really see the need for the second smaller palette. Like, I kind of don't understand, like, why is there 2 greens there? I would, if I were her, I would either do like an all neutral palette, like a smaller all neutral palette, or then do like an all green palette, like smaller all green palette. I don't really see the need for that. Like, I feel like it's kind of like, I don't understand why is there another palette, because it has kind of like those same tones. It has greens, like the other one doesn't have like neutral matte sage, but it does have like neutral shimmer. So I feel like she had an overflow of shades that she wanted to put on a big palette, but she couldn't. So they made a smaller one to go with it, so she can have both.
I'll also say that in relation to the smaller 10-pan palette, it kind of reminds me of a larger version of the Emerald palette that was released for BH Cosmetics last year.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, just on a big scale. So
I like the light nude kit, the really light nude and the liner. I don't really see why there's like a pink lip liner and then like a brownie pinky nude. Like, I don't feel like the others that the lip liner and the lipstick goes together, but maybe that's what she likes.
Yeah. Well, it did say in the description it was all to do with like her favorite combos.
Yeah.
So fair enough. Like,
But I feel like it's a really nice collection. I feel like she could maybe tone it down a bit, but I do get that she wanted to go like even beyond the first collection, like do even more and have like this big moment, like part 2 for herself. I really like the makeup bag. I kind of wish it didn't have the Mikayla X Glamlite and it had like a gold chain so you could wear it as a purse, because it's really pretty. I love the like bell of it.
I agree. I think by putting like Mikayla Glamlite, it kind of cheapens it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it makes it gimmicky. I think if they maybe even sewed that on the inside of the bag.
Yeah.
To know like the label inside.
Yeah.
That would have made sense, but yeah, I think it would have been nice if they'd done something like that. But all in all, a bloody pretty like if this magically turned up on
I
always talk about this as if it would ever happen, but if it turned up on my doorstep, I would probably shit myself with excitement.
Like some of those shimmers in that palette. Oh my god. And I've heard that Glamlite, like I have only one palette from Glamlite. The shimmers are amazing, but I've heard that their shimmer formula is exceptional.
I have nothing from them. Nothing, because they don't ship to Ireland. So
it's your fault, Glamlite.
Yeah. Like, and Glamlite, you're missing out on a massive, like, here. Me, the fucking makeup. Like, think of how much you would make just on my business alone. Like, come on.
I'm really happy she's thriving, doing well. I really like her. I've never had a problem with her. But, like, I really like this collection. I feel like, I hope that it does well. And even more now, because she's like, I'm donating part of it. You kind of want it to do even better just for that. But.
Yeah. Kudos in general. When it was initially revealed that something was coming and we had no idea what it was, 59% of you said that you were excited. When the massive pan palette was shown, 69% of you loved it. The highlighters, you're all insane because only 38% of you love it, and as Tia and I outlined, you're just fucking wrong. When we showed you the Golden Dreams lip kit, 35% of you loved it. The Lucky Charm kit, 38% of you love it because that's more neutral. And then the smaller 10-pan palette, 54% of you love it. So definitely, like, the eyeshadow bit is what's getting a lot of people.
I feel like this is gonna be a really successful.
Oh, massive, yeah.
The previous one was really successful, and this is gonna be really, like, you need to be ready when it launches, guys.
Yeah.
Because this might sell out fast.
Might. It
will sell out fast. I think it will.
It will, yeah. And here, let's just tell you when that's coming out. Write it down right now. It is coming out on the 2nd of July at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So do whatever calculations you have to do to figure out what that is in your time zone. Just do the calculation, carry the 1, minus the 2, and figure out what it is in your time zones. And don't come running to me because you didn't get it. That's not my problem, right? Mammy Teresa will not sort this out. All in all, I think it's really interesting. But she's not the only big social influencer to come out with more stuff. Nikki Tutorials, of course, came out with her brand about a year ago, and we haven't really seen much since, but she's adding some bits to the line. Her line is, of course, called Nimya, which I always just think, Nimya business, and I can't help it. It's my brain just fills it in. But there are 5 lip glosses, and they're called Spill the Juice. They're €15.99 each, and she's coming out with a lip balm as well, which is €13.99. Let's be real, I don't give a shit about the lip balm, couldn't care less. But the lip glosses, they look kind of nice, particularly the shade Are You Sitting Down? I like that orangey one. That is nice.
I watched the video where she announced these. They look really nice. Well, her lips are very nice and very smooth, so they probably won't look the same on my lips. But I actually really like also you didn't hear this from me. They're really chocolatey brown. It looked amazing over she had a deep brownish lip underneath and that on top, and it looked so pretty. I'm kind of surprised, lip gloss. I know she wears a lip gloss a lot, but I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. Probably won't pick up anything, but I'm happy she's coming out more stuff.
Same. I hope it goes really, really well for her. I'm in the same boat. I'm not going to go and make an order just for lip gloss because I have some of my favorite lip gloss formulas already. So I'm like, nah, I don't need any more. I only have one set of very, very thin lips. So I don't go through that much lip gloss. So I'm like, no, I'm grand. I'll leave it there. But you know what? I love Nikki. She's such a sweetheart. She's one of those ones that I always just end up rooting for. So I hope it all goes really, really well for her. But I think a lot of you guys are in the same sort of boat as us, kind of going, it's lip gloss. It's not wildly exciting to me because 26% of you said that you love it, which, fair. Last week, when I had the beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous, incomparable Wilma on, we were talking about Martine Cosmetics and that they were sneak peeking something. Guess what? They've revealed it. This is the Diner collection. So we now see the full palette, which, by the way, can I just say, there's a matte white and a matte black. I'm delighted with that. That is my rule. Put a matte white and a matte black into a palette, and I'm quite pleased with myself. And there's also 2 lip glosses. Now, this is a crazy expensive collection. The palette is €54.95, and it's given me old school Jefferson Starship vibes.
I was gonna say,
down to the packaging, the imprints, even
the color story a bit.
Exactly. I agree.
For some reason, that gives me the Shane Dawson.
I have a lot of people messaging me saying that it gave them those vibes.
Maybe it's the yellow and the gray.
I think so.
Pinky. I feel like it's a weird one.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know what I would do with this.
I like components of this. Do you know what I mean? I like bits of this in isolation, but put all together, I'm kind of my brain, I don't know if it's just that I'm so exhausted from everything, but I think I'd just sit there with this in my grubby little paws kind of going, what do I do with this?
Yeah. I feel like it's weird. I can't put my finger on it. I don't hate it. I don't love it.
Yeah.
And I'm what would I do with this? And I just can't figure out a single look.
Yeah. I'm also going to be a dick and contradict myself here because why not? I love, like I said, having a matte white and a matte black in a palette because it helps you lighten and darken things out. However, in this palette, having a white does not make sense, and let me explain for why. Because a lot of the shades that are in there are already quite pale. You have a pastel blue, a minty green, and then any ones that are quite deep, they already then have their paler counterparts. So there's a red, but there's also matte pinks in there as well. So actually, the white in that particular instance doesn't make a lot of sense.
I agree. It doesn't make sense in this palette because it's quite pastel.
Yeah.
With dark red, deep, purpley brownish colors. It doesn't have that many. It's kind of like a neutral palette. with a lot of pastel shades. And I think that's confuses me because I'm like, when I think of like neutral palettes, I don't think of putting like a lot of different pastels in it. So I feel like this would be good for a person that loves a neutral look, but maybe wants to try a bit of like a pastel inner corner, yellow, blue, like minty color. That could be good for that. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's the phrase for this collection. I don't know. They have lip glosses in the shades Secret Sauce and Hot Sauce, and I desperately wish they weren't glosses. I wish they were liquid lipsticks. Like, I wish the red was liquid lipstick, if nothing else.
Yeah.
But look, it is what it is. It's fine. It's very expensive. I know that they do sell on Beauty Bay now. Could I ever justify getting this? No.
Not for that price.
No. Like, if it went down to 30, I'd think about it because I'm an idiot, as we all know. But when I put it to you guys, 38% if you loved it. Next one, can I just say, very interested in this. This is e.l.f. and this is part of their No Budge line. So they have some cream shadows, which basically come in like a little pot, $5 each. And they say it's a 3-in-1 cream eyeshadow, primer, and liner, which apparently will deliver crease-resistant color and stay put power. And then there's also the No Budge matte shadow sticks, which come in 8 different shades. Again, $5 each. And I'm going to say it right now, I'm very interested in that white cream shadow because I want to see what that would be like as a primer.
I love this collection.
I
feel like it's such a good, like, basic. Let's start with, like, cream shadows are so in at the moment. Like, they're coming out, like, different kind of bases for eyeshadow, cream shadows, cream sticks. These are, like, people love this at the moment. So this is a great launch. And I feel like they started with, like, a good selection of colors. Some neutral, some pop of colors. There's, like, a bit everything for everyone. That matte white.
Oh, stop.
I would like to see that compared. I have the MAC white paint pot, and it's really nice, like, as a base. So
that's the MAC white paint pot, but they don't fucking sell it in Ireland. I cannot find it.
Don't they? But yeah, this could be a good option for it, though.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I would 5,000% try that.
That blue.
Primers I have.
Look at that mustard yellow. That could be a nice, as like a little bit of a lippy too.
Oh yes. I love it.
This collection is excellent, and the price really good. Like $5. Is that not? That's not bad. I hope these cream shadow pots are better than their putty primer things, because apparently those were trash. So I hope these are better, but I'm excited.
Do you know what? I have a lot of faith in e.l.f. because in general, I think their formulas, they're one of the better drugstore ones out there. Like, I generally depend on their formula. I have a lot of stuff of theirs that I do enjoy, like the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, their Halo Glow Powder. They have a lot of stuff that I'm like.
They have a lot of good stuff and affordable price.
Yeah.
I cannot stop looking at that Sahara Shade.
I know.
Like, it's just that on lip, like that mustard.
Isn't it beautiful though? And I reckon you could probably use that as an eyeliner as well. Like on eyeliner.
I think you can, because they say you can use it as liner.
Yeah.
So that tells me that it will dry down.
Yeah. I love it. Love, love, love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is absolutely excellent. Very excited about this. And when I put it to you guys, 57% of you loved it. We have more e.l.f. stuff, actually. This is part of their Game Up collection. And there's a lot of stuff like already available out in stores, but this has yet to come online. And I finally got some better pictures on this. But there's the Game Up Ready to Play eyeshadow palette for $10. There's the Game Up Win eyeliner pot in 4 shades, which I fucking love, $6 each. There is a lip gloss mask in 4 different shades. They're $6 each. There's a nail kit where you get them all for like $15. There's like different like face masks, eye cream, setting mist, all that sort of thing. But I want to talk about those liners first, because the swatches, I want them all. Fucking love them. Love the
look at that green one. Like, I love every single one, but again, are these like gel liners? I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
So again, like as an eyeshadow base, they would be good, and a liner. Like, I feel like the collection gives me like 90s game, like it is that like elf game up. It looks very like that.
Pac-Man.
Yeah.
This has given me vibes of Sugar Pill. You know, when they did the cat level up collection, it's giving me those sort of vibes. I even like the palette.
I was gonna say the palette actually looks decent.
I would
like the swatches sell it to me more than the.
Oh yeah, like if I looked at the picture of the palette in isolation, I'd swipe past. I wouldn't give a shit. But the swatches, Sweet Merciful Zeus, they are something to behold. Like, they are giving me that Sugar Pill sort of vibe. I love that.
Look at that, like nail polish.
The metallic-y green. Yeah, the sharp. Yeah. I love it. Like, look, like
the glosses look a bit cheap.
Yeah.
Like, something about the package and it just makes it look a bit.
Yeah, like the ones that I'd be less interested in.
Yeah, I don't see the need for those skincare bits in here, but yeah.
But the rest, I'm all for. I like this, like, collection.
I really like it.
Yeah.
Oh, good job.
But it's funny because when Trend Mood came out with the pictures originally, they were just like so mishmashy. You couldn't really see what was going on. So initially when I saw this, I was like, the fuck is this nonsense? Like, what's happening? And I couldn't see them. But now that I've gotten better pictures, I think I've kind of changed my mind on it, because I was.
But it's like the importance of a good presentation.
Yeah.
Like, if it looks like, we talked about it a lot. Like, if like the pictures and the swatches and all look a bit like, nah, you can be like, that doesn't really sell the product to me.
Yeah.
But then if you have like a good presentation, a good collection, like, even though the pictures, the models that they use here, the like campaign pictures, I feel like they've done it really good. Like, it's young, it feels like very new and hip, and you know, kind of that. So
they're still linking in very much with like the Euphoria stuff. Like, it's still quite relevant. So I think this makes sense, and it's coming into like festival times. Like, people do things. I don't know. I'm a hermit. I don't like any of that. But I love this. I think this is brilliant. And if this comes to Ireland, I absolutely 5,000% will be picking up quite a few elf pieces, is all I can say. God damn them.
Oh, I like actually the eye cream.
Yeah.
It has like a little ball there. Like I feel like it looks like a metallic ball, and you can like.
That'd be nice.
That could feel nice.
Yeah, same. I think though, when I put it to you guys, you weren't wildly enthusiastic, and I'd like to know what you guys think of it now that we've seen better pictures. Because initially, when you were shown this, 42% of you love it, and I just think that would change now if you saw it.
And I also feel like it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
For me, sometimes when it's like a bunch of stuff in like one picture, it's hard to like focus and actually see what's in the collection. But when you get to like look at it closer and like really see what's in there, you can like appreciate it a bit more.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Talking about appreciation, then we move to Colourpop and this. Their Shell Yeah collection, which I'm assuming is ironic. The 2 eyeshadow palettes look messy. They actually, whatever way they've decided to present them, they look bad. They have 2 Super Shock highlighter quads, which I think is the slightly more interesting thing of what they're coming out with. They have glossy lippies, which I do think looks interesting, depending upon the type of sheen that that you get, and then Sol Body and Face Glow powders. I couldn't care less about the eyeshadow palettes.
I feel like they always do this. They always do this. Like, how good of a collection that could have been, those highlighter palettes and those lip glosses. Very summer, very like the packaging is pretty. I feel like they could have sold it, but then they have those two stupid, ugly, nobody asked for eyeshadow palettes there. And I feel like Colourpop does this a lot. They don't know when to stop. Like, they just, oh, let's just add and add and add and add. And sometimes, yeah, more is more. But with Colourpop, I feel like we learn less more.
I mean, last week we really saw that when we were looking at the Jasmine Chiswell collection, because that was so well curated.
Yeah.
Lot in it.
I feel like if they just tone it down a bit, they would do so. But I'm actually like looking at the lighter one of those Super Shock highlighter palettes.
Same.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
It gives me kind of like those
lime crime.
It gives me the vibe of like ABH, the Aurora and Moonchild glow kits.
Yeah,
I'm not mad about that.
Same. Like, the thing is, I like bits of this in isolation, but I need them to fucking edit their shit. Like, it down to everyone else kind of going, lads, you released so much stuff that was totally unnecessary. But
yeah,
good elements in this.
They just overwhelm us.
Yeah,
with too much stuff.
Yeah, but I can't actually verbalize how much I dislike those palettes, the eyeshadow palettes.
They're so bad.
They look trashy. Like, they look like you get them in Claire's accessories.
Yeah.
And they've been at the bottom of your handbag for 5 years. That's what they look like.
Yeah.
They're terrible. Let's move on. When I put it to you guys, 25% of you love it. Just today, I got this info about Coloured Rain, and this is their Queen Bee collection, and that's coming out on July 8th at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And you can get the whole collection along with the satin lipsticks for $68. You can get the collection without the satin lipsticks for $50. The 6-pan palette is $16. Liquid lipsticks are $10 each. They come in 2 different shades. You can only get the bullet lipsticks as a duo. You can't get them separately. That's $20. And then there's lip liners, and they're $10 each. I don't care.
Like, to me, when I didn't saw just the packaging and the PR package without the like palettes and the lipsticks there. When I first saw it, I was like, Melt coming out with like a bigger collection with they had those like blush duos, like blush highlights or hyper duos. I don't know. Like, they just release like a palette?
Yeah, they did. They just did the Cutie collection not that long ago, and I have one of the palettes actually with me.
Yeah.
One. That's not bad.
It's not bad, but why come out with the like similar one now? Like the.
I don't like it.
I like the aesthetic. I just feel like they could have done better with this.
Yeah, I
like
feel
this is very
suited.
Pleasing to look at, but I wouldn't buy any of these.
Same. That's pretty much exactly how I feel about this. Like, there's nothing there that I would go out of my way to get. Like, not the lipsticks, not the eyeshadow. I don't like the eyeshadow palette. There's something about it instantly that kind of gives me, I don't want to say the ick, but I don't
like it either.
Yeah, it's a very knee-jerk reaction there.
It's just very, it's like, oh, a bee, black, yellow, like those really, like, warm colors. It's, like, very, like, obvious.
Expected. Yeah.
I feel like they could have done better.
Yeah, I also think, and maybe this is me being a dickhead, but like the bees are in danger because we're terrible with the environment. And I kind of feel like maybe there should have been like a tiny bit of a donation or something like bee conservation.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm probably thinking about it too much, but that's where my little brain is going. But like I said, I only kind of put this up today, so I'm going to flash on the screen now what you guys think. Do we have any predictions as to what you think? I think it's going to be about like 33% love or something like that.
28.
we're getting on to some sneak peeks. And how many times has this happened to Beauty Babe that there has been a
They do it on purpose. They just do it on purpose. It's such a good marketing tactic.
And I'm like, I kind of love it, and I get excited, and I'm like, oh, this is something new, right? This is a new palette. It's called the New Mood, and it's coming soon, possibly. I think this is probably going to be about what, €13, something like that.
I hate it. 16. I think 16 pounds was this size. I absolutely hate this color story.
Yeah,
like, I feel like it's a bit all over the place. Like, I feel like if you took the two top rows out, it would be like a nice, okay-ish palette. But I don't understand the pinks and like, I just don't understand. It's too all over the place. It's not a rainbow.
When I'm looking at this, I see 4 separate palettes. The top left-hand corner of the first 3 shadows down,
like
that's a neutral. That's a 6-pan neutral. Then to the right, there's the pink, and that's like a little pink quad.
Like a quad. Oh, yeah.
And then down at the bottom, there's like a green grungy quad. And then over on the left, then there's
like a 6-pan blue one.
And it makes
but why? I don't understand when people like, I feel like that's the making me feel like sometimes it's like, okay, yeah, you can see like, oh, I can use these together. But this just make it look too mumble. Like, I don't see the correlation like between those small palettes inside this palette. Like, I feel like this is the worst one they've done ever with this type of denim. I usually like this size palettes. They're usually pretty good. They missed the mark in here. I don't like this at all.
Yeah, I think this is a bit all over the place. That being said, I am a completionist because I'm an idiot.
So Teresa's gonna get it.
I am.
I feel like you could do good looks with it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not that. It's just, and I know that the formula is great, but it just makes my head hurt to look at it. So for that reason, I won't be getting that.
I will. And you know the drill, guys. I am a hoe, so I have affiliate links down below if you want to treat yourself and treat me, because sharing is caring in that particular respect. Yeah, I'll end up getting it because I'm an idiot and I like things and I'm sad a lot of the time, and I have found that
let her buy things.
Yeah, that little dopamine boost of the purchase really helps for a while. And at least it's not like an insane purchase. But to be fair, whenever I get anything from Beauty Bay, I'm like, in for a penny, in for a pound, and then purchase other things. But we won't talk about that. That only was kind of leaked today, so I don't know what you guys think. I don't think this is going to be wildly popular. I think it's going to be about like a 40-ish%.
Yeah, something like 30 to 50% liking. It's not going to be widely.
I agree. And then the very last thing that we're talking about is Stacey Marie is obviously coming back to BPerfect and doing more BPerfect things. And I'm intrigued because one of the first things she has sneak peeked is a liner set. Now, I'm a dickhead because I'm not going to spend money on liner brushes. I'm not. I'm going to go to Shein because I'm a dick. But I also love Stacey Marie, so I'm kind of.
I would buy those brushes. Yeah, they look nice. They look excellent. They look like they won't be too thick, but not too thin. They also look. I really like the shape of those.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I possibly cannot held responsible if these are sold separately. If they're gonna be a set for like 124 pounds for like 10 brushes, no.
Yeah.
No. But if you can buy them separately or like a small set for cheaper, I might get these. They look look very pro, like very pro. Yeah. Kind of like I like the package and what we can see. I'm intrigued.
To be fair though, anything that Stacey Marie does, she knows what she's doing. Of course it's going to look pro because she knows.
Yeah, because she is.
I have so much confidence in anything that she ever does. Like she could do anything and I'd be like, oh, okay, That's obviously the thing. And I'd be the idiot, just kind of go, okay, I'll buy this. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what it is. I don't buy from BPerfect these days. However, I will make the exception for her. So feel honored, Stacey Marie. I know that's really what has made her feel good about her level of fame, is just knowing that she's won me over.
And she's such a sweet, like, she doesn't come across like a person that the fame has gotten to her head. Like, she feels like a person that is really, like, feet on the ground. Like, I don't know, she just always gives me very sweet and very, like, positive vibes. I've never gotten like a bad vibe of her.
I agree. Very humble. So I'm excited. And when I put it to you guys, 43% of you said that you were excited, and 57% said we shall see, which fair enough. But that is it, lads. That means I get to tell you my favorite comment. And this is from the lovely Jane, who said, "Have had so much fun watching this video. You both made me chuckle, and the reviews weren't bad either." Well, thank you, Jane. Well, thank you. We do aim to please on this channel to at least some extent, or your money back, which you don't pay me anything, so yay! Anyways, lads, that is it. You know the drill. Go find Tia. I have all of her information down below. Gratuitous cat. Oh my god. It's like, get away. There. Yeah, gratuitous cat content. Do please like, comment, and subscribe to the two of us. Turn on that notification bell, because you know you want to see releases and rants every single week. And some of my other videos, which are less popular. I don't take it personally, except I do. And do please share.
You look so pissed. I don't take.
Look, I do. I'm very hurt. I'm like, oh look, I've gotten like 5 views. Look, anyways, do please share this video and all of my other videos. Put them into a playlist and play them constantly, because that's nice. And sharing is caring, unless of course it's an STD, in which case, wrap it up. Don't be gross. But we're going to go now, because the cat is attacking filming equipment.
Yeah. She's like, okay.
Bye-bye.